You're now tuning in to the Pisces Life podcast. It's not business as usual or another episode. Instead, we lift our voices this morning for a different reason. I am just Letitia, and on the other mic,
I am Kai Love.
The recent events across the country in the aftermath of George Floyd's murder, while saying I can't breathe and calling out for his mother, is a heartbreaking account, to say the least. We're fighting the COVID-19 pandemic and the pandemic of racism at the same damn time.
Ahmaud Arbery was jogging, getting some exercise, when two men killed him. He looked out of place in their neighborhood. This was caught on camera. Breonna Taylor was home sleeping when plainclothes officers served a no-knock search warrant on her apartment in Kentucky. By mistake, the perpetrator they were looking for had already reportedly been arrested elsewhere.
Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, and George Floyd are the latest names added to the already long and unfortunately a growing list of those fallen to police brutality. We've watched along with you the horrors of the headlines, countless videos and pictures of us being brutalized. And like you, we've waited for the arrest and the convictions of these law officers. And sadly, justice is often delayed, flawed, or even dismissed altogether.
We are in a moment of great social unrest across the country. We here at the Pisces Life podcast understand the grief and overwhelming frustration and absolute devastation happening on us, on all of us. We care about what's happening, and we care about you. Our listeners, we care about you.
Yes.
And as events continue to unfold, we encourage you to be physically, mentally, and otherwise safe. Protect yourselves. Be ready. Be aware.
We encourage you to lift your voices, to do what you can in this moment, when you can, in the fight for justice. We will continue to watch as the events unfold. In the meantime, we have a number of mental health resources you can find at our website and on our social media platforms.
My final thoughts are that there are people who are on the front lines fighting the good fight, but that is not the place for all of us. As we move through this time and times to come, we must use our skills and talents in the environments, in the networks, in the places and spaces that we occupy regularly to continue fighting on behalf of those who have no voice. Sister Breonna Taylor can't speak again. Brother Arbery cannot speak again. Brother George Floyd cannot speak again, so we must speak for them.
Yes.
Use your voice in your space to continue to advocate for justice.
My final thoughts. Fannie Lou Hamer said famously, I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. None of us know with so much uncertainty because of the pandemic what will happen in our lives. But one thing we all want is to stay alive. We want our children, our Black men, our Black women, our sisters, our brothers, brown folks, every human has the right to live without the fear of being brutalized by those who are there to protect and serve. We are in the middle of changes unprecedented. You are tired, we are tired as well. But like you, we're going to find ways to put our feet to the fire and to put our voices in the mix. Until then, until you hear our voices on this podcast again, until your next tweet, until we love you and we care about you.
We do. We're here You can reach us at thepisceslife@gmail.com if you have comments, questions, or suggestions. Or if you just want to send us some sisters some love, because virtually we need to show more of that. You can tweet us at Pisces Podcast, one word. We're also on Instagram at the Pisces Life Podcast. If you're looking for me, you can find me at Kai Loves You on Twitter and Facebook. Kai Loves You 2, the number, on Instagram. Sis?
And if you're looking for me, you can find me at I Am Just Letitia, LETITIA, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Peace and blessings, y'all.
Peace.
All lives can't matter if black lives ain't treated right. When you're blind to injustice, it just hurts the fight. Why does humanity even have to be a thing that I'm pursuing? Right. We both were born here, so it's really just me and you. And other people can't blow up an entire damn city. Live to tell about it, get a fair trial, now that's a pity. Damn. Videos of my brothers and sisters catching the beat down with their hands behind their backs and faces down on the ground. I get scared every time I see just one police car. Doesn't matter that I'm an entrepreneur with a black card. Even with peaceful protesting and my hands raised to the stars, I can still be arrested and convicted on a trumped up charge, but there is a broken tail light, a failure to yield the right. Black on black crime ain't got nothing to do with this plight. But certainly if you're black, this might be your last night. The best chance to stand alive in custody is if you're white. Go off.